This movie was only made possible thanks to your generous donations on Patreon. Consider donating today to get rewards and fund more amazing projects like this in the future. Thank you!
Darn!
We're really gonna leave this to the quirkless guy?
I've played with worse odds before.
In Game 3 of the 1932 World Series, a batter by the name of George Herman Ruth Jr. gestured to the center field bleachers as if to declare he would hit a home run. On the next pitch, Babe, as he was known best, took the swing that would sweep the series. Even if neither Babe nor his audience were completely sure he'd hit that home run, this flash of confidence sparked a legend. And to this very day, when a man points to the fences, the audience knows it is in their best interest to pay close attention, never avert their gaze, and to believe in the promise of something spectacular. Much like when my friend Senku declared he would restore civilization. Neither he nor his friends knew if he could pull it off. And those who scoffed and turned away never got to help him save an entire multiverse and become a god in the process. This is not a funny parody. It's one of many stories for those whose belief turns such promises into legend. Also, technically, it really is going to become an isekai. The title makes sense!
So much for listening to the big game.
They invented this thing a while back called the internet. It'll blow your mind, old-timer.
Ah, I remember. Just after the Stone Age.
Just after your prime.
Congratulations, you're all incredibly old and incredibly unfunny. What a journey we have ahead of us.
Don't have too much fun now, rookie.
How on God's green earth did they allow science fiction author aboard the ISS? I will never understand the West.
All right, I'm connecting now. Though it lacks that intimacy you'd find in a radio. Oh.
What's going on?
Not the Gargoyles reboot I co-wrote, that's for sure.
Everyone in the world has become stoned?
This one of your stupid references, Ishigami?
Oh no.
Well, we're gonna need to start having lots and lots of sex.
Okay.
There are over 7 billion people on the planet! Surely there are some survivors working on...
You want us to wait here until it all blows over? How long will that take? Weeks? Months?
There is one young man I believe survived, and I'm certain he hasn't left even 1/1000th of a second to waste.
Well, so much for killing myself. Again, you're gone, off on a different path than mine. I'm left behind, wondering if I should follow. You had to go, and of course it's always fine. I probably could catch up with you tomorrow. But is this what it feels like to be growing apart? When did I become the one who's always chasing your heart? Now I turn around and find I am lost in the woods. North is south, right is left. When you're gone, I'm the one who sees you home. But now I'm lost in the woods. next step was a question of how. I never thought it was a question of whether. Who am I?
If I'm not your guy!
Where am I if we're not together? Forever. Now I know you're my true north, 'cause I am lost in the woods. Up is down, day is night when you're not there. Oh, you're my only landmark, so I'm lost in the woods, wondering if you still care. But I'll wait for a sign on your path, 'cause you are mine. Until then, I'm lost in the woods. I'm lost in the woods. I'm lost in the woods.
You and Senku are such good friends.
Friends. Right.
I swear these himbos and bimbos are growing on trees!
Kohaku want guns!
Oh, does Yankee miss her candle?
This emptiness in Kohaku's soul can only be made whole with gun. You will make Kohaku that.
I killed the last man who could make them. So I'm not above cutting off loose threads! How's that for a boomstick? Pew! Oh god, that was pathetic.
I hear something more pathetic than me!
Hello?
Hold that thought. Warning everyone, a woman is about to speak.
Kohaku already has!
If you have any aversion to this gender playing a major role, please calmly escort yourselves off the premises now. California is already underwater, and if you blubbery buffoons stampede in a panic, you're gonna sink the remaining continental U.S.
This is Japan!
That's right. All of you should leave. Japan's landmass surely cannot contain yours.
Speaking of great weight, Kohaku being crushed! Shoot off Kohaku now!
That'd kill you, moron.
To die at hands of gun would be greatest honor.
There are far grander and more efficient killing methods, you know.
Tell Kohaku!
Like bombs,
Bigger?
drones,
Bigger?
nukes,
Even bigger?
social media.
Oh, what is biggest, most destructive invention of mankind?
Virtue. But you met him already.
What destroys virtue?
The great equalizer. Science, which I'll use to reinvent guns, nukes, Twitter, and all manners of mankind's undoing.
Not like other men, are you?
Senku, just Senku.
Kohaku.
I'll be making more than just guns in teenage girls' dreams, you know.
Show Kohaku. Kohaku like science! Make Kohaku faster now!
Woman, you are insatiable! And I'm out of free samples.
No!
I showed you mine, now show me yours.
What Kohaku has to offer is manpower.
A whole village at my disposal. Excellent.
Kohaku, man, Kohaku!
You're just one person.
Maybe Senku is.
Well, replacing the muscle was easier than anticipated, but what I truly need is a mind to match my own.
Good luck with that, sorcerer scum.
Yeah, 'cause we're all a bunch of dumbasses.
I had a gut feeling.
Kohaku has many feelings on guts. Would Senku like to see?
Now, let the sorcerer do his magic. Fly, you sky slimes!
Kinro and Kinro are just children!
They have to learn, Kohaku!
Learning's for nerds, 'cause I'm a level 3 sorcerer! Ha ha!
About that.
Kohaku bored.
You think I'm dumb? You think I'm a joke? Let's see who's a joke when I kill us all!
Joke's still you, nerd!
Ah! What did I ever do to you?
You were the one tossing copper sulfate like LeBron. Wait, where did you procure copper sulfate?
The rock shed.
An entire life supply of invaluable materials to build my kingdom of science and teabag in my spare time? Dibs!
Calling dibs at the same time? What are you, gay? You gay nerd?
Are you?
No! Dibs rescinded.
Another victory for science! Perhaps not so science. This is some level 1 curation. Impressive if properly organized, but is 60% of this Timothy grass?
I'm also a, level 1 healer.
Multi-classing? So you do have some sense of efficiency.
There's this, girl I really like, and, I'm such a nice guy, right?
Trying to slip her a hot Cosby?
No! She's sick!
Opportunist. My kind of dubious. Perhaps I'm beginning to tolerate you.
Google.
Try again.
Chrome. Just Chrome.
So, how sick is this pipe dream you wish to lay pipe to, Chrome?
Like dying sister trope, dude.
Kohaku, you dumbass! I told you to forget this awful place and never return.
Kohaku won't forget home. Home is where Ruri is.
This isn't your home anymore.
Pew, 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 pew.
Oh, where did you hear that sound, Kohaku? Kohaku?
Kohaku found gun.
You did what?
Ruri! Kohaku found gun to save Ruri!
It's okay, Kohaku. I'll be rebooted in the next life. Played by Scarlett Johansson.
How are any of you aware of TV tropes?
Ruri is our village's lore master.
And knows the cause. That's high-level lore, way above your pay grade.
Yeah, but she's sick, and that's why I'm such a nice guy.
What if I told you Bill Cosby wasn't just a caveman's creepypasta? That he was a real individual from a real long time ago?
That would make it history, you history nerd.
More accurately, a spectator, for I was there.
Dang, that makes you an old nerd, too.
Take a seat, you dweeb in denial. I'm about to drop human history's biggest lore bomb. Have you been sitting outside this entire time?
Kohaku must be invited in.
Is Kohaku a vampire?
Try again.
Is Kohaku a
I'd ask you to retire that hideous word from your lexicon, but then you'd have little left to work with.
Kohaku is Kohaku.
Perhaps both of your vocabulary will expand after listening to the entire history of mankind. Unabridged. I know I have a knack for drama, but it wasn't that sad, was it?
Kohaku wants more references.
They trusted him, and he was such a nice guy.
Nice guys abhor progress. They manufacture unattainable standards to aspire to in order to put themselves in a position of power. They double down on this for as long as they can before the skeletons in their closet are unearthed. And when people find out, they're all reduced to a weeping, whining standstill ad infinitum.
And we just give them that power?
We don't. You, Kohaku, and I, we're the bad guys. We believe only in ourselves, instigating the world to either run from us or through us. And the direction they must run is always forward.
Whoa, you make a ton of unproblematic sense for a nerd. Or,
Friend!
We're all friends now? Senku?
It's more like you're my apprentice.
So that would make you our senpai.
Try again.
Papa?
Ew.
Papa.
I got nothing else.
On the contrary, my precious little crumb.
You try again.
Your resources, your curiosity, but most importantly, your heart, is the engine that runs this big bad carousel of progress. It is now property of the Kingdom of Science, and our next stop to visiting our old pal, Big Pharma.
You've consulted with this program for decades, and now you decide to pass up the opportunity of a lifetime?
I'm afraid a more important mission has come up, sir.
More important than going to the moon? I'll never understand you, Ishigami.
You truly are the world's worst astronaut.
What can I say? My priorities lie in the future.
Idiot.
Idiot! Or are you just insane?
No, I saw Sandra Bullock do this in Gravity.
Is everything you know secondhand knowledge from fiction and children?
Yes, because I listened to them.
That child you place so much faith in. Would be shame if you got petrified and never saw him again. Let us take first pod down. Lord knows you'll dick around and crash.
We'll miss you, Shamil.
What the hell even is that?
Oh, that's our artificial intelligence drone, Ray, who was totally here the whole time. By the way, Ray, start 3D printing into a new space station and become my hot robot waifu.
Okay.
I thought we were making drugs, Papa.
No! Senku made Kohaku guns!
We're leading up to that! Have you savages no sense of foreplay?
Iron, magnet, Kohaku sees no weapons.
That's because you've never heard of biological warfare.
So you're working up a skill tree.
Me? Working? Ew! For that, I shall reinvent slavery.
That's offensive, and I should know because I say a lot of offensive things.
Hey, your ancestors benefited from this the most.
But didn't you say President Aber Slam abolished it?
Until it was rebooted several times after. First as prison labor, then internships, the college debt systems, and finally the global commodity chain stopped giving a shit altogether and ignored unions. But man, those annual iPhones were worth it.
Kohaku no human capital. Kohaku works for free.
Bless you, Kohaku.
Wait, Papa. Instead of more slaves, why don't we make more Kohakus?
Because despite the grand scheme of things, eugenics was where we oddly decided to draw the line. But I'm starting to like the way you think, Chrome. So flawed, yet so close. But so flawed. You're nothing without me, remember that.
Greetings, normies.
Too late, the Kohakus are already multiplying.
No, Haku. This Suika, the fairy of the forest.
No, this is child labor. Which, like the commodity chain, I am not above.
Oh, you have strong elbows.
Nice doing business with you, kid.
You are the first person to notice why I wear my mother's face.
Senku does not.
I don't care.
Kohaku cares.
About guns? Yeah, go yourselves. You sure got purty toes there, boy.
Whoa! Something about your inflection begs me to backcheck on this super hard.
We're not vibing, Papa?
No, you've ruined the vibe.
Are you guys kidnapping me into slavery?
Maybe. We're still deliberating over it.
If the vibe is right.
The vibe is never right.
If vibe is not right, how does Senku get slaves?
Everyone's a slave to something, Kohaku. We simply deduce their vices and exploit them.
Well, sorcerers aren't exactly welcomed in the village to find out.
So, we send our most expendable.
I heard Kohaku try to bring in an outsider. Dumb kid. Doesn't she realize winter is coming?
We wouldn't be starving if there weren't so many useless mouths like hers to feed.
Looks like I've seen my last spring.
Once I marry Ruby and inherit Daddy's title as chief, I'll convert this entire village into a spring break all year except for when it's Christmas resort.
Then we'll be too busy partying to worry about food again. You're brilliant, Magma.
For all of Jacques' apt criticisms of life, his intellect is undermined by his refusal to indulge in life's buffet to begin with.
Meanwhile, Rosalind's voracious appetite for circumstance allows her to extract wisdom from experience. She's a genius by comparison.
Alright, but can we at least admit Orlando's a total snack?
Damn it, Ruby! You broke the Bechdel test again!
How can I not be thinking about snacks when I'm so hungry?
My taste buds have grown so numb to toxic lakefish I could bite my own hand and not spot the difference.
Ooh, try not to think about that, son.
Everyone's addicted to food.
That's called starvation, which was already the assumption for you downtrodden lot, but exploitable nonetheless. 2 head pets for Suika.
Never touch me again.
And I was so close to perfecting that 7-10 split. How about a promotion?
I've been practicing.
Get back to work!
Starting to see what you mean about the vibe, Papa. I don't want to do slavery anymore. It's kind of
Only kind of?
I liked it when life was simple and we were gonna sling drugs.
Funny you should mention that, because it's time to cook, Chrome.
Kohaku knows that reference.
Until we met, your entire world's purview was comprised of nothing but references. Gather round and try every college grad's cuisine of choice, or lack thereof. Come on, fat ass, I know you want to lick the spoon!
Would you call me shrimp?
Nothing?
I understand the intent, friend, but aren't you too smart to be punching down like that?
You're right.
Just kidding! Call me whatever you like, cause I'm about to destroy my last functioning artery!
Are you opposed to slave?
Wow!
Indentured servant! I can find so many rebrands for this, just tell me which suits your guilt best.
Do you two even remember why you won't let us in?
No.
Are you two even getting paid?
No.
Wait, are you two slaves?
Yeah? What of it?
Oh! Whoa!
The villagers were already slaves to begin with? That's a twist, yo.
Kohaku smells narc.
All this talk of an outsider. Is that what little monster's doing?
We have no definitive leads, Daddy.
No. We have every reason to believe it's your daughter, Daddy.
Watch your tongue, narc. My only daughter is right here.
Rory!
Winter is coming. There's no time to meddle in the noisy play of children. For now, keep all the villagers, preoccupied with their work. And should things get any noisier...
Kohaku hat!
Shut them down!
Stand down, smooth brains. Our humble establishment has been graced by the presence of a celebrity.
You're too kind, yo.
This is famous narc?
Famous magician.
Actually, I'm a mind freak, yo. Mind freaks are more popular with the ladies. Why is she making that sound, yo?
It means she likes you.
And marking you as her territory.
Oh, cool, yo.
Kohaku is ownership class now!
And speaking of ownership, everyone who accepted our ramen without paying has been conscripted into our labor force.
Labor force? I love this! Let's do this instead of slavery from now on.
Coincidental first words from the dawn of the industrial age.
Haven't you ever tried asking people if they want to help, yo?
And why would they want to help?
Everyone wants to feel useful, yo.
Everyone? Or just you?
As a mind freak, it's my job to know people's deepest desires, yo.
Then what do I desire most, Mr. Mind Freak?
You're not a people, yo. You barely qualify as human. But a little optimism towards your fellow man could help change that, yo.
Know why I'm such a pessimist? Because when I'm proven wrong, that always means something incredible happened. And you're an incredible man, Gen. Why waste your talents as Tsukasa's underling narc when you could be your own man?
You have to ask nicely, yo.
Gen the Splendiferous, I would be honored to have you join our kingdom of science.
Okay. If you promise to never call me by my old handle again, yo.
Splendiferous or narc?
Tsukasa gave me only one job. Confirm that Senku is alive. If I return with this news, I'd have all the mad babes I could ever want, yo.
You said you wanted to be useful.
I'll say anything to get what I want. That's my talent, yo.
The only thing worse than a nice guy is a yes man. Give it to me straight.
It'll be in the Kingdom of Science's best interest to keep offering me more than Tsukasa can, yo.
My body is ready.
Ew, yo. I prefer a woman.
Kohaku, after this romantic neophyte hover hands you for 5 minutes, you may eat his head.
Kohaku would love to. Eat Nark's head.
I'm surprisingly into this, yo.
After you've done your narky magic.
Mind freak, yo.
Now if you'll excuse us, Nark, we have more spoils of science to acquire for your return.
Not if we stop you first, you loathsome nerds!
Bullies!
We don't have time for this tiresome trope.
Oh, well. Guess I'll fight with more than 10% of my strength, yo.
That man is carrying flowers. My fragile masculinity makes me uncomfortable just being near him.
Daddy has rules against this kind of behavior.
What flowers, yo?
Huh? Sorry, sir. Our mistake.
This is magic?
A lack of object permanence, more accurately. Colonizing these inbreds won't be the challenge I hoped it'd be.
Better hope that wasn't magic. That's punishable by death.
I think I've earned those spoils now, yo.
Fair enough. Every last resource and slave,
laborer,
we exploited has led to this.
It's beautiful, yo. But what is it?
Edison's greatest achievement. That he stole.
I can't believe it, yo.
The sun never sets on the kingdom of science.
This kid you're putting all your faith into, he sounds incredible, but he can't be completely infallible, can he?
Honestly, he reminds me a lot of Shamil. Young, driven, talented, but wound just a little too tight. If he doesn't learn to open his mind to other people's perspectives, he'll struggle.
So you think there's a possibility for failure?
Senku, that encyclopedic supercomputer of a brain knows many things. But failure? Not one of them.
I meant Shamil.
Well...
Shit.
Well, at least we know the air's safe. Touchdown in 10 minutes to give the rookie a lift. Getting some mad...
Don't say it.
Lord of the Flies vibes here. Last time I checked, I have the conch shell shum.
Even in the middle of nowhere.
Well, back to Operation Repopulation, I suppose. Our man Senku is gonna need more manpower than us.
Can we at least be gay on Tuesdays?
Well, duh.
Why Tuesday? What is significance of being gay on Tuesdays?
Rookie.
What? What?
Well, shit.
Looks like you still need to find your Tesla, yo. Ta-da! This isn't the Hyatt, yo.
That's right. This is my beautiful world, and you must earn your place in it. Don't ever return here without results.
I hope you don't mind waiting just a little longer, Gen.
It's alright, yo. Take your time.
Actually, it would put everyone at ease if you left now, sorcerer.
What was that handsome noise?
It's so dark.
Oh no! Kohaku's equity!
Wait, hold on. He shielded himself with bags of fake blood.
He's a level 5 wizard through and through.
He's still in critical condition. You'll need to level up, healer.
Well, I don't have that much to work with anymore because you wasted my entire collection on that useless electricity.
This would not happen if Nark had gone to protect himself.
I can't take this constant bickering anymore.
We don't bicker.
Because you never listen to our input.
Efficient, right?
If Kohaku and I are just in the way, then save your precious little Nark by yourself.
Frustrated laughter! Those nerds have tangled with the wrong man. No one makes Magma look bad.
More flesh of the elderly, Magma?
Thank you, Mantle. But those sorcerer scum have spoiled my appetite for macro loading.
Pull yourself together, Magma. This village needs ya.
Does it really? Can't help but smell the winds of change.
Gosh, it disturbs me to see you, Magma. In fact, it usually does.
But I cannot help but to orbit, Magma. The fact remains only cause the unknown outside is more frightening than you. We've developed dependence on you, bro. No other option but rally around you so you won't challenge the status quo. No one's slick as Magma, no one's quick as Magma, no one's thick as 3 C's and endowed like Magma, for there's no man around half as manly, no man left alive to compare, and we can't all afford to be picky, so we tell what we don't understand to beware. No one denies like Magma, ignores guilt like Magma, no one makes me consider my privilege, Magma.
If the people are starving, feast their eyes, I'm alarming.
What a nice guy, that Magma.
I feed off encouragement. Mental, thank you.
Well, there's no one as easy to bolster as you.
Sounds like Tuesday.
What did you say?
Wasn't me.
Thanks for asking for Kohaku's input.
Sorry, Kohaku. Any way I can make it up to you?
Kohaku wants to hear story of Kohaku.
Your sister's the lore master?
Kohaku wants to hear story of Kohaku or Kohaku go crazy.
All right. When Kohaku was born special.
Hello? Baby Kohaku has been born. Baby Kohaku was being alive. Yay!
The village didn't have enough food that winter and tried to eat Kohaku because she wouldn't survive anyways. Like Suika, Kinro, and me.
And?
Why do I have to tell this part of the story?
Kohaku loves cringy exposition.
It's not cringe, Kohaku. It's our life, and it's sad as
Just because all parents starve to death and daddy disowned Kohaku does not mean Kohaku is sad. Kohaku has family in Ruri and Senku and Chrome and Suika and Kinro and Ginro and Chalk.
You forgot Gen.
Yes, and soon Kohaku will have Gun. And then no one can tell Kohaku what Kohaku can and cannot Kohaku do. So story of Kohaku has happy ending.
I'm not sure if Senku is the family type. Ever think he's using you?
Is Kohaku not using Senku? Kohaku is not very smart, and Senku is not very strong. Family does together what Kohaku cannot alone.
For what it's worth, I think you're pretty smart, Kohaku. Sorry I was about to call you by such a degrading word.
Kohaku does not know what that word means anyway.
Ahem. Are we finished having our aside?
You got some nerve, bro.
Warning you that there's still an assailant in our midst? Come on, we gotta cover our assets.
You mean your assets. Your filthy, stinky assets. And good luck with that. Laborers and soldiers are 2 different breeds.
And we have the 2 finest pigs at the fair. Valiant defenders of the village and whatnot.
Actually, Kinro and I are forced to guard the village because we're the most expendable.
Why?
We can't procreate.
I'm sure Chrome has a few herbs left that can cure impotency.
We can individually, but...
We're together.
Guess I really do need to expand my vocabulary.
No worries. We're used to it.
The Kingdom of Science exploits its members equally. I won't force you to do anything I wouldn't. But there are so many things that wound my pride to say that I can't.
But Kohaku and family can.
We're licking somebody's boots either way, so count us in.
Great job refunding the police, but how does this help Ruri?
It may seem like we've been meandering, but we're in fact on the very cusp of a cure for Ruri. We need only a few more resources and a skilled artificer to refine them.
I have found the artwork.
It's astounding you can find anything with this on.
No! Suika can't be seen without their face!
Foolish Kohaku. It's not that I can't be seen without my melon prison. but rather...
I cannot see without it.
You require glasses.
Huh?
And how serendipitous! Glass is the next resource on our skill tree.
All right! Let's get this artificer to make you glasses so you can see all the drugs we're about to make.
And guns.
Lenses are simple enough to make on our own. Take a good look for once.
The world is even more grotesque than I could imagine. Thank you, Senku. And now we can fix Kohaku too.
Kohaku doesn't need to be fixed. None of you do. This is about evening the score. Now, where's this artificer who can help your lot in life?
He doesn't want to help.
Why not?
It's nap time.
What is he, a baby?
Kinda.
And now he's our prisoner.
Good work, Science Police.
Grandpa? I'm so sorry, Grandpa. Untie him, you guys.
Not until he agrees to work for us.
Torture and kill me now, sorceress scum! The last thing I want to be is your Christmas goose!
The Kingdom of Science has no interest in cannibalizing its elders, but rather your skills, your experience. Don't you wish to share them?
Nope.
Torture it is, then!
Are those your previous victims? I shudder to think what you'd do to a poor old man like me.
That's up to you, old-timer. Now watch.
Ah! I messed up again.
Don't worry, Chrome. It's just glass work. I'm sure that monkey brain of yours can fashion a bong or something out of it in no time.
Just glass? Just glass? That is a refined art, and you will treat it as such.
If only we knew how...
Stand back, noobs!
Oh, Mama.
Grandpa has work to do.
Wait until Gen sees this.
I've seen enough, yo! I'm out of here!
Where's that narc running off to now?
I don't know. To Narc, most likely.
Kohaku wanted head!
Phrasing, Kohaku!
Isn't that a bad thing?
Not if Gen's correct in his own philosophy. Give someone a purpose and they'll always come running back to you.
Yo, Tsukasa, it's your boy, the mind freak Gen!
Who?
You sent me to look for Senku, and...
That was months ago. If Senku was alive, he'd have struck by now, wouldn't he? I don't need to see the scrapes and bruises on your soft, incompetent flesh to know how useless you are.
What the?
Lowly village brimming with inbred freaks? They're no match for me. Nobody is a match for me. Not anymore. But if a bunch of cavemen concern you so much, then why don't you go live with them?
They tried to kill me, yo!
Too bad! Would have spared me the indignity of killing you myself.
A word, Senku?
It better be yes, sir, or done.
Since joining your side, we no longer have a toxic masculine environment to crush our self-esteem, or a common external enemy to distract us from self-reflecting on the fact that being the police is bad.
What was that one's name again?
Kohaku doesn't remember either!
What Ginro means to say is we're tired of securing other people's property.
So you wish to procure it yourselves! Excellent! About 500 cc's of sulfuric acid from your toxic lake will do. Just don't inhale too much or you'll die.
Why do I have the feeling we just signed up for a more dangerous job?
Maybe you did, you good egg. I've got a nice safe boot to lick.
Come on, Papa. My guy's about to poo himself.
Thankfully, the stench of hydrogen sulfide will mask it if he does. Wait, hydrogen sulfide? Ginro!
Hey kid, want to see a dead body? It's yours!
A shame we broke Ginro so early. Thought he had a few more good drug runs in him.
That's not how family treats each other, Papa.
Family? Being inbred doesn't make you all family. In fact, so many generations have passed, you aren't blood related at all anymore.
That's not the kind of family I'm talking about.
Miss me with that Kumbaya Disney Channel original movie nonsense.
We really are nothing more than expendable resources to you, huh?
Because if you're not expendable, Then I won't know what to do without you, TAIJU!
Who's TAIJU?
Irrelevant.
Probably got out while the going was good, lucky guy.
If you have a problem with how our Kingdom of Science is run, you can leave too.
Your Kingdom of Science, Papa. And you don't have to worry about me getting in the way anymore. I'm getting that sulfur by myself tomorrow without endangering anyone else, even if it kills me.
You won't die, Bleeding Heart. I had Grandpa fashion us gas masks. They're no 10 billion star safety rating, but we'll survive if we're careful. Operative word, we.
What's the matter, Ginro? Did my design for disposable diapers not work out?
I want to be helpful to everyone, but I'm scared.
Oh, you gotta finish.
Scared.
You're not a worthless loser for being afraid, Ginro.
I never said anything about being a loser.
Fear is the secret to a long life. And the longer you live, the more bitches you get to
Girls are off the table for me, Grandpa.
It's the current year. Boys can be bitches too. I'm speaking of one right now. Yes! Growing old is the coolest. You get a big bushy beard, and you start forgetting all the traumatic things that happened to you in your long, miserable life. And oh, am I kidding? All my friends died badasses, and I'm a living, lonely, miserable loser. Why'd I even make a third gas mask anyways? Did I fool myself into thinking I was brave enough to go?
Thanks, Grandpa.
Senku, the host to your mask is...
Ha ha, since when did you become a comedian, Chrome?
Gotcha! Chrome! Thanks, Ginro! You're gonna hold me in now, Ginro! Ginro!
Control your breathing, Ginro. No unnecessary breaths. Or syllables.
Am I gonna...
I'm not gonna let any of you...
Die?
I swear, I won't let that happen.
Cause it'll be a real pain in Senku's ass to replace us.
So this is the hill you wish to die on?
So we are gonna...
We did it! Yeah!
And with this, there's only one ingredient left for our pharmaceutical empire.
No fooling? Then what are we waiting for?
That's the rub. Fermentation is a waiting game.
Alcohol, is that all? Just win the village's grand tournament arc tomorrow and you'll be drowning in this stuff.
Everything's a shonen when it's convenient. But how convenient for us? The Kingdom of Science is ironically stacked in the jock department.
We got brains and brawn and everything in between. What can go wrong?
At last, it is time. Your husband, the new village chief, will be chosen in the grand tournament arc.
Or wife.
I mean, don't joke about that, Jasper.
Nothing in our sacred rules state an outsider or a woman can't compete.
If that little monster wants to embarrass herself, then so be it. A man who can't defeat a child in mere contact sport is unfit to rule. And there's only one man I know for certain is fit to rule them all.
Thank you, one and all, for coming to my wedding. Say, where is my blushing bride-to-be anyways?
Right here, Magma. Look how young and fertile she is.
Rory!
Are the flies ornamental, or...?
You know what they say. You attract more flies with honey than vinegar. Perhaps the better question is, why aren't you all covered in bugs? Could it be you outcasts are so undesirable?
Even the maggots of the mud are too disgusted to hoverhand you.
Oh my gosh, she's covered in maggots too!
Kohaku is friends to all creatures except snakes.
Kohaku! There's no way Magma can stop us from reuniting our family.
Not that it'll be difficult to thwart. Look at that pitiful bracket. It's the 5 of us versus 1 blowhard. We'll wear him down and then...
Kohaku marries Rory!
As long as one of us wins and acquires the alcohol, you can settle that B-plot amongst yourselves.
Kohaku will settle this in tournament.
We're boned, aren't we?
So it doesn't really matter if I beat Magma or not, huh? Way to make a guy feel less than expendable.
The sooner Magma's defeated, the better. Need I sweeten the pot any further?
Nah. Becoming village chief and running things my lawful great way will do nicely.
Perfect. We're about to create a police state I don't stand to benefit from. Ginro!
Ah!
You're right. We're boned if we don't exercise every available option. So take these.
Tree star?
Close. Something that will make you the star. Like every NFL or Marvel Studio hopeful before you. Performance-enhancing drugs.
Mind evening the odds for me, Mantle?
This is bad, badder than bad. Suika fell in the river and she's drowning. Sorry, they are drowning. You gotta save them, Kohaku.
Then I guess Suika returns to the river from whence they came.
Senku!
He's obviously 10 billion% lying to make you late for your match and disqualified.
But what if 10 zillion% chance Manto's not? Kohaku is fastest. Kohaku can check and see before Kohaku's fight.
If you want to fall for such a clearly choreographed ploy, then go ahead. It's not my family at risk.
But it is! Suika is just as much family as Rory and Senku are.
If all you care about is that alcohol, Papa, then win it yourself.
That alcohol will save the only life that's at risk, Chrome. Chrome?
Round 1. Kinro versus Magma begins now.
Mind taking the fall for an old friend, Kinro? I'd hate to keep everyone waiting for the Kohaku freak show.
I don't owe you a thing, Magma.
Don't you now? You think it was Daddy who allowed less than half a man like yourself to live? Gave you a job you callously tossed aside to go gallivanting with your boyfriend and those sorcerer scum? I vouch for you, man. I believed you were better than them. And this is how you repay me? No. You'll do that right now. Get down on your knees and suck my toes like the pervert you are!
You're the pervert, Magma. Parading around like a savior when deep inside you're dirtier than the mud those maggots crawled from.
Bold appraisal from a blind man.
Justice is blind, Magma. And I don't need perfect vision to see you for what you truly are.
Kinro is blind like me?
Suika, you're safe! Darn it, I was betting against Kohaku.
So Mantle was lying?
What? Who could have seen that coming?
This is my fault. I must prostrate myself.
Kinro! When you turn our village into a police state, remember who did you this favor!
Damn, little opportunist! I'm so proud of them!
Hey, Magma! It's Tuesday, motherfucker.
Stop throwing that mattress into Sulphur Lake, or we'll eat you next!
It's all so clear now. I'm not a cop. I never was. I actually have something that's truly my own to protect. My family. Now go floss the scum from your own toes, Magma. You look ridiculous.
You've seen right through me, Kinro. You always were the more popular one, so of course you made a real family while I have to work for mine. You mind telling Jasper I forfeit? I'm so parched from our battle, I gotta save what little saliva I have left for these piggies. They're all I have.
Of course. Hey, Jasper! Magma—
6-1 from downtown! And the crowd goes wild. Magma's the good guy. Everyone loves you, Magma.
Magma wins the match.
Darn, maybe he is the good guy after all.
Kinro! Now look who is being a good egg and cut cracked. Are you okay?
Only if you give him hell, my little revenge husband.
Of course he's succeeding so early. He doesn't have so many nonsensical moving parts to account for.
Next match is Kohaku versus Chrome. Kohaku is nowhere to be seen and is therefore disqualified.
I won? Wow, I'm so strong!
And it's all my fault!
Kohaku is happy Suika is safe.
You got disqualified for searching for me. I'm holding the Kingdom of Science back, just like the rest of the village. You ought to just leave me behind.
Kingdom of Science is not society, Suika. It's family. And family does not hold back or leave behind.
An anarchist queen and she doesn't even know it. Though she should know better.
Tell me, Senku, have you any place better to be than criticizing old men at the park at night?
No, I've forgotten. Have you ever been so angry you forget all common decency?
No, I've had the privilege to know otherwise. But perhaps I can help you there too.
Ginro, has that roid rage kicked in yet?
Oh, I'm raging all right. Raging for the toilet!
What was in that stuff?
A metric ton of caffeine. It's all I had. And unfortunately, the laxative effect kicked in before the performance.
Guess it's all up to me then, huh?
Your little mistakes did all my work for me.
Never fear, milady. I shall slay this brute.
This'll be over quick. Start basing the elderly for a victory feast, Turquoise.
You really think yourself as her knight in shining armor? Word of advice, kid. Good guys finish last.
You're right, Magma. And it's a good thing I'm not a nice guy. I'm a level 3 sorcerer!
Oh, God, that was so rude!
Now forfeit before I incinerate you, Magma!
Chrome learned magic?
My little sorcerer's apprentice learned something, all right. Fortunately, it's going to take time to generate that much heat from light refraction.
Then I guess you'll need help from a real magician, yo.
Took your time, didn't ya, narc?
I'm people too, yo, and I had to think long and hard about what I desire most in the stone world. More than thick booty babes like Kohaku. We'll discuss these terms after I witness the tournament arc.
Very well then. I summon you, Narc Magician!
Thanks for killing me the other day, yo. Now allow me to return the favor.
Ha ha! Yo!
Ew! Flowers!
More than flowers, yo. I've put a spell on you. Take one step towards Crom, and your little willy falls off, yo.
Not my willy! I need that to consummate the marriage!
Ain't that the price of ambition, yo?
This is clearly outside interference. The sacred rules haven't been made really clear, or sacred for that matter, but I'm sure that's one of them.
Only if your penis actually falls off. Otherwise, it's just a bluff and a taunt. Care to test it out? Or have you just gotten mind-freaked, yo?
Hurry, yo! I can only hold his willy in my clutches for so long!
This is not worth it. I'm gonna forfeit. For real this time. I'm sorry for everything I said.
Really?
But that said...
Magma?
Y'all are the real bullies!
Magma!
Oh no! My nail ticket!
Sorry, Magma! I gotta put out the flames!
It's not just water in that lake, remember, dumbass?
Oh, how the good get to die young.
I'm okay!
And this match's winner is Chrome!
Yes! I'm not a murderer! I'm a winner!
10 billion% chance you can do it!
Grandu Finals, Chrome versus Senku.
So this is the end of the road for us, eh? Got nothing left to offer but taking a dive.
On the contrary, my precious little crumb, the labor force and pharmaceutical empire is but the beginning of our long, lucrative Huh? Chrome? Chrome!
If we sail to the mainland, we can find antibiotics.
You already got to be the stupid, insane hero. Now it's the least we can do.
But if we don't make it back, take care of the kids.
Time to go now. It's story time.
Damn, and I was starting to have fun too. There's no luck. Why so glam, old friend? Wasn't this supposed to be a big gay post-apocalyptic orgy?
Well, the fun didn't have to end this soon.
You never let me spoil party before. Why start now? The creative, carefree attitude I pretend to abhor. This family it created, it was not logical or practical, but it made life enjoyable in the end. Why did I wait so long to enjoy it?
My God, I'm dying! Sorry, Dr. Ishigami, I'm dying! Bye! I love you! Bye! I love you!
Forgive me for beginning to believe how pointless this all feels. We're all going to die, and everything that we've ever made, art, music, funny memes, it's all going to disappear with us.
Senku shares your feelings. So, he copes by never growing attached to things.
I look forward to meeting him someday.
You know, I could have been an astronaut in my youth. Any high-end occupation society deemed worthy of respect, really. But I chose to become a writer of all things.
Why?
Because God didn't create us with an ability to grasp the infinite and exist for only one day. So he gave us story, and in doing so, gave us immortality. So we'll condense everything humanity knows and has achieved into stories.
But there's only so many stories you can pass down. How will you condense it all?
Through references, of course.
But will a society built on a foundation of references be able to survive?
Senku will be there to fill in the blanks for them.
How inconvenient. I'm a scientist, not a politician.
You're a colonist and a fiend, unfit to rule my village!
The rules say it's my village now. Your daughter is mine too.
Another tyrant!
I'll have her back by 8, I promise. In the meantime, stop cannibalizing the elderly and start growing accustomed to the term sedentary agriculture. And again, your reward was already deduced and pre-made.
People want to be of service, yo. And the most service a man can be is ambassador for a brand. When rules are not consistent, it causes a commotion. And lack of mutual respect leaves room for promotion. Uh-oh! 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 Oh-oh! Uh-oh! 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 Oh-oh!
Don't worry, Ruri. It's just drugs. They'll knock that bug right out your gob, right, Senku?
In theory. We don't know exactly what this illness is, so we're essentially threading a bullet through the eye of a needle. Yes, this Cosby cocktail could very well kill her if it misses its mark.
It missed the mark, all right! My precious only daughter, Rory!
It's never been this bad before.
You promised you wouldn't let any of us die, Senku!
Did Senku kill Ruri?
He sure did! And it's all your fault for bringing him here!
Daddy, no!
Will you not be content until you've killed us all, you little monster?
No, I'm killing it all right.
So you admit it!
The bacteria inside her is getting serious. We won. This is how the body reacts when pneumococcus is cornered. It doesn't understand and rejects the help in fear. But in due time, it learns.
You can't honestly expect me to believe that!
It's okay. I'm more than guilty of this too. So don't believe. Simply observe and draw your own conclusions.
You will not put her through that again! She's all I have left!
Kohaku is here too! And Kohaku is scared too! But Kohaku also believes.
This science family stuff is messy, but it'll work out if you give it a chance. I got the concussion scars to prove it.
Even an old coward like me would wager his life on them. Whoever them is, I forgot all your names.
My Rory! All I ever wanted was for my daughter, all of my children, to be safe and happy.
And you succeeded. Up to a point.
Now we must allow the children to take us the rest of the way.
This hero and his family have saved Ishigami Village. Swear fealty to our new Emperor of Science. Hail Papa Senku!
Hail Papa Hail! Ishigami? Hero? I'm not...
You truly are a hero, even if your heart's been hardened to such praise. And I know why that happened. As Village Lord Keeper, there's a story I'm sworn to tell you, if you are willing to accept it.
I abhor stories. They're clumsy, roundabout methods for the insecure to express their thoughts and feelings to those they're too cowardly to face. Most embarrassingly, themselves. Expressions that become diluted by the empty, thoughtless demands of a hungry, stimuli-deprived consumer base that leeches upon them. Why not be more efficient with everyone's time and write an essay?
To each their own, but I am at least obligated to tell you this first part. Ahem. Join Audible today and use the coupon code STONE for one free audiobook of your choice. I highly recommend Senku's story, The Last of the 100 Tales.
This story is about me?
It's a franchise, really. Littered with unnecessary spin-offs and desperate threads to a connected universe. Best we get started now.
I only have one person in the entire world to deliver this message. The one person I know who made it. Before we met, you lost something very important to you. I finally understand how that feels now, and lived many long years after to do the research for you, Senku. And I can finally share those results. What I should have shared with you long ago. It's going to be okay, son. It is okay. To be sad. To love and lose and start all over again. Love, like energy, cannot be created or destroyed, but it changes, takes on new states of matter in the bonds you make, the stories you tell together. The proof is written in our DNA. But before you can do that, before you can save everyone, you have to save yourself. Break free from your stone prison Become a part of this world once more, because you are loved and never alone.
Senku's story is the story of this village's name, and Ishigami Village's name is your last name, isn't it? Ishigami Senku?
Wrong! I don't have a family or a last name. Ishigami was the last name of some dopey writer I used to torment, as one could be so easily amused in their youth. Are you crying?
Yes, because this sad story I dedicated my entire life to carrying, so many of my people died protecting, does have a happy ending.
Then leave. You've served your purpose.
It's good to finally meet you, Senku.
Leave! It really was a good story, wasn't it?
Got the stones, he a fiend. Got the schemes, got the greens. With his tribe, with his team. Got the schemes and got the greens.
Hey, y'all niggas know the deal. I'm a dusser, but I'm ill. 3,000 years lay dormant, but it still got the bills. Periodically, I smoke this gas, should be on the table. This compound leave me disabled. Hey. Mad scientists with crazy concoctions, ruling empires on my conscience. Smell the narcotics, I'm the chronic, Kunoyasha demonic. AD all the way back to BC. Your girl still want my BBC, I got a PhD. You get CC'd when your girl be bigger for the DWEUC. Come at the king of this concrete jungle. Trust it to me, we gonna rumble. Climb on my tower, it's a battle, took a bad shit, but all I hear is babble. I'm the shepherd and y'all are the cattle. One stone to the head will leave your rattle. Man's get depressing, stands ready up like Tekken. Get ready for the next battle.
Stones, he a fiend. Got the schemes, got the greens. With his tribe, with his team. Got the schemes and got the greens.
Yeah, Stone Age living lavish, your tribe average. Divide and conquer, I'm a savage. I put a piece on the packet, let it beast from the east, cause I fucking racket. With a hatchet, aggression, not passive. Meddling with acid. Scientific when I'm crafting his caskets. All hardwood, no plastic. Got a food up in a picnic basket. Advanced artillery. Finger on the trigger, subtraction, your tribe, trigonometry. Additionally, I know your bros and hoes in your tribe, not the vibe. And me feeling me built what I stand on from the ground up. A nigga like me could have rely on. Look at how to graft on my skills. I pray for my blessings, but God ain't coming to pay my bills.
I have a story to tell too, yo.
Yeah? Then let's hear it then, Narc. Though I bet I can spoil the twist. Tsukasa, right?
He's coming, yo. Craving the war you teased him with.
I expect no less. After all, winter is coming.